Can you tell us a little bit about what it was like to be a child of Taiwanese immigrants?
Well, I think that many people here in the audience, and I'm sure you, Viet, can relate to many of the experiences where you grow up, your parents are immigrants, and so you feel like your spot in this country is somewhat in question. At least that's the way I felt growing up. My brother and I tried to fit in, really, and failed a lot of the time, I would say. I went to Chinese school on weekends. I was a very nerdy Chinese kid, played piano and had braces. I was one of the only Asian kids in my town, and so that made me feel like I had to sort of prove myself a lot. I guess you'd call it bullied now a fair amount. Got called chink and gook and things like that fairly regularly. And I felt like I had a choice at that time to either take it or fight, and so I decided to fight. And I'd skipped a grade, and I was very skinny, so I would lose most all of those fights. And the opposite of Donald Trump, in many respects, is an Asian man who likes math. Right now, the number one criteria that Democrats have for the nominee is who can beat Donald Trump. That's one reason why Joe Biden's number one, because people think that he's the most electable. But if you dig into polling of Trump supporters, I am one of only 2 candidates that 10% or more of Trump voters said that they would support, which means if I'm the Democratic nominee, the Democrats will win this election. And one of the reasons why I'm getting double-digit support from Trump voters is because I'm not a politician, I'm new, I'm from outside the system. When Donald Trump ran around saying, drain the swamp, there are a lot of Americans who've lost faith in our government, particularly our government in D.C., to solve the problems that they're experiencing in their lives. And so when I'm campaigning in places like New Hampshire and Iowa, a lot of people will say to me, you don't sound like a politician, and I like that. Unfortunately, we're at a point now where it's going to take some combination of politicians and non-politicians to solve the problems.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.